welcome. You've got just me here. We're running just a little late, had technical difficulties, but the big thing is Melissa. We don't know where Melissa is. Doug, I think you said you saw her riding around out in the parking lot?
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
here.
there
I
she
made
is.
it. It's evening. It's evening for a child, Wayne.
Hey, it is. I'm so glad you're here. I was getting nervous thinking I was going to have to do this by myself.
You would have been great by yourself.
Oh, I don't
You really
know.
would have been. Because it's evening for a child, so I had to get on the tricycle.
Makes sense. I love it.
You like my ride?
I do like
I
your
got
ride.
like the tassels, they're sparkly, everything.
You got the dualies? I mean, I'm loving it.
It's awesome.
It's a lot of fun. Well,
This is not up for auction, but a lot of other stuff is.
Well,
so
we're
we
here.
want people to bid on it.
Yes, we do. And we're celebrating an evening of a child and
I'll get
also
this out of the way.
the 100th anniversary of the Capper Foundation.
Can you believe it? This is the 100th anniversary year, and who would believe everything that we're having to change and do a little bit differently for the 100th anniversary year?
Yeah.
Primarily, we're virtual. We are coming to you online, so share the link with your friends, share it to your Facebook page, your friend's Facebook page. They can share it with their friend's Facebook page. There is a way to get us on Zoom as well. Whew.
Well, and you still
This
have
is
your
fun.
face mask on, and we decided when we're up here, we're
Yes,
socially
we are
distanced.
socially distanced.
Everybody here in the room is, but we're
All taking our
while
precautions.
we're here, we want to, we're taking
My
our
Topeka
precautions.
face mask
And
from
I've got
Astra.
my face mask.
So this is, the theme tonight is stepping back to the future because this is the 100th anniversary year for Capper Foundation. I'm Melissa Bruner with WIBW TV, Wayne Basso with UMB Bank. So glad you could be along with us as we have this fantastic evening planned. They wrote here, so it has to be true, that we've been doing this together for 13 years.
Yeah, I thought about that, and I guess it's right. I mean, if that's what it says, we've been doing it for 13
If Edie
years.
says it's true.
If Edie says it's true, it's true. And time sure flies when
It
you're having a
does.
great time, and we're going to have a good time tonight. We've got a lot of things, a lot of fun things planned for you, and just appreciate everybody being out there with us. We are going to continue building abilities and empowering people of all ages with disabilities every day.
Excuse me, my phone is buzzing, which means I got outbid again.
Yeah, mine's been buzzing.
So
I
if we
better keep
break,
an eye.
if we break for a few minutes, it's because we're bidding again. Capper.org/events or the links that you see in the Facebook page. If you haven't already signed up to bid, that's how you do the bidding. We're a little bit different tonight, of course. I did find the adult tricycle to still at least do that, playing the games. But being here virtually, we always have loved the jumps. What was your favorite game that you've ever done? Did you ever hook yourself up in those bungee things and jump and flip around?
I did that. I think that was either last year or the year before.
I think both years.
My wife tried to get me to do the flip, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But the bungee was a lot of fun. And then, we've had
They
carnival
wouldn't hook
events.
one up from the ceiling for us to do some flips here tonight.
I like ringing the bell.
Yeah.
With the big hammer. We had a bunch of Washburn University football guys there
They were
one
all
year.
so
They're
kind
always,
to volunteer for that. We're
helping
sad
us.
that they're not with us tonight because,
Yeah.
we had fun with having fun with them the way they would run all the games. So a big thanks to them. We knew that they'd be here if they could. But our goal tonight is always the same as ever, even if we can't do those fun games, and that is to help children, teens, and adults with disabilities reach for and realize their full potential. An Evening for a Child, as always, benefits Capper Foundation's, it's their signature of fundraising event to raise money for the Scholarship Assistance Fund. 75% of the children receiving life-changing speech, occupational, physical, and feeding therapies plus behavior support services are uninsured or underinsured, and they need your help to make sure services are available to every child with a disability in our community. Financial capacity to pay for services should never be a barrier to getting those services. To help a child learn to speak, say mama, say I love you, or even to be able to walk without assistance.
Well, you might be wondering how a virtual event works. And I assure you, you're going to have a lot of fun tonight. You're going to have your heartstrings pulled, and you'll end up with some really great auction gifts by the end of the evening. And most of all, you'll be part of the future progress for hundreds of children with disabilities in our community. It's pretty exciting this year to have WIBW championing the event. I've been seeing PSAs on TV, mentions in newscasts, and Melissa, you and Doug and Sean are here, along with, let's see, it's Kevin.
He's making us work.
He's
making it all work.
Onslager, yeah, with Prometheus. Yeah, here, a local IT company here in Topeka helping us out tonight, so you'll know who to blame if something goes wrong. I'm just kidding,
won't,
guys.
it won't.
Yeah, no, we're here, we're going to have a good time, and
We
Ready
have
to
a
go.
lot planned. So if you haven't already, visit Capper's website, capper.org, the events link, so capper.org/events if you want to get right there. And that is where you can actually find some fun downloadable games. There's a word search. There's a match the sponsor with their slogan, quick quiz, Kansas News Leader.
WIBW.
Thank you. You won the game already.
Hey.
It also has a link to the registration site for bidding as well as donating to the Scholarship Assistance Fund. If maybe you think you don't really need to shop for anything, but you want to support the cause, there are some various levels, or the very first one just says donate. You can donate whatever amount you are able to. We appreciate every gift, and we're going to have a special chance for you to do that as well later on this evening. The auction items are there, our event sponsors are there, and you can check out Capper's home site where you can learn more about Capper Foundation and all the services that they offer really across the age spectrum to people in our community. Capper Foundation is using Greater Giving as the donation platform tonight, so you can get out your phones, iPads, computers, and get you registered if you have not already done so. The direct link, if you want to go, is https://capper2020.ggo.bid. Or again, like we said, if you just go to capper.org/events, you'll see the Evening for a Child right there, and that link will take you right there to get registered. Greater Giving is a secure platform and manages your generous transactions tonight. If you're having any difficulty registering, Capper does have a hotline set up. You know, sometimes you just need, the stuff doesn't work, right? Technology is supposed to make our lives easier. Sometimes just need a little extra help. There is a hotline set up, and that phone number is 785-246-6585. Be patient if you don't get through immediately. Just know that you're being here tonight, and your donations tonight are very needed and appreciated by all of us, and especially the families receiving services at Capper. You know, if people don't know about Capper, we need to welcome all of our families and supporters in the Winfield area as
That's
well,
right.
because so many of you in Topeka have been so generous supporting Capper for so many years. But Capper Foundation, you may not realize, has another location in Winfield, Kansas, offering services. And so, hello, Winfield. We appreciate all of you being along with us.
Well, we have some items from Winfield.
We do.
Abilene. So, Kansas is represented.
Drive all around, right? It has been a busy week already. We have a thermometer tote board keeping track. Our goal tonight, we want to see things explode and top $115,000. It's not that hard if we all just chip in a little bit, do what we can. Your help can help us get there. We can. We've got some fun things to see for auction, right?
Yeah, let's
just look at them. If you haven't already, here's why you're going to want to register. So Doug, come with us this way. First of all, if you've seen the outdoor planter, it's really tall. I'm 5'6". This is that planter. If you're like, I don't know, it looks kind of nice, but really, am I going to bid on a planter? It's beautiful. Give it to me if you want to buy it just to make a donation and you don't know what to do with it. I'll take it. I love it. Okay, so we also have some really fun stuff. You know what? I saw some people sharing videos from Arrowhead Stadium today because the Chiefs rose that world champion flag. Well, you need the gear to go along with it. There is some Super Bowl gear right here. Hat, cool polo shirt, size extra large. Hoodie is also an extra large. Stocking cap, one size fits all. So that is on the silent auction. Okay, maybe you're a music fan. I thought this was super cool. The band Kansas donated this autographed drum head. I think it's awesome, awesome, awesome. That would be fantastic to add to your collection. There is silver, antique silver up here, which is really super cool. And cuteness, cuteness, cuteness. If you've got a special little girl, there are several items like this. Matt, I'm just saying, Matt over here who works for Capper, he was just telling me about his little girls tonight. So they're little cute little outfits that you can bid on. I've been showing this to Doug. He kind of went, Jewelry items. This is a fantastic sterling silver necklace. Okay, more Chiefs fans. Tyrann Mathieu autographed a photo for us, and then you can also get a shirt there with his number on it. He didn't autograph the shirt, he autographed the picture. You know, KU fans, this is an autographed basketball. It is last year's team, the 2019-2020 team that I think I hear people saying that they were the NCAA champions by default, right? So that is on the silent auction as well. Doug's been eyeing this, but unfortunately he's 6'4", and this is not his size, right? Doug's like, yeah, I want this. This is size 5T. Get the Halloween costume out of the way now, and also you're supporting a great cause with Capper Foundation and all these items. So this is just a few of them, and I just chose this little section of the table. I moved some things around around. We'll get it all back in order so that if you are the lucky bidder, you can get all of this tonight. And buy all of it. Why not, right? And, of course, the auction items are going to be up for bid until 10:30. So you can make your donation using that link. You can also bid on these items. We also, Wayne, you're back here with these great items that we're going to have starting at what, 7:30?
At 7:30.
Okay.
But everybody can start bidding right now. If they've got their
On
phones,
these,
they should be
you can
logged
start
in.
bidding
Yeah,
right now.
everything.
These are going to open up at 7:30.
That's right.
Tell us about them.
And
'cause they're
available till
pretty awesome.
10:30. Yes.
Yes.
So we've got Bob Daddies is one thing
This is
coming
Wayne's
up.
comfort zone. This,
yeah,
you know, I mean, he can
we
even
need to do
just
the
start
live.
bidding right
yeah,
now.
we just need to do the live auctioneering thing. Yeah. So we've got an artful dining experience. We've got the Bob Daddies over here. We've got travel for two to El Dorado. Craft beer experience. We've got so many things that are exciting over here. We've got a 7-day stay at a private beach villa in St. Martin, a diamond pennant. This is just beautiful. I wish that if we were all together tonight, you'd be able to get up close and personal with this. It's just a gorgeous piece of jewelry. It says a value of $12.95, but I got to tell you, it looks to me to be a lot more expensive than that. So it looks like a beautiful diamond. We've got a new installed furnace and air conditioner. We've got just tons and tons of things. Entertainment with these. And like I said, the Bop Daddy. So we've got a lot of exciting things that are going to start over here at 7:30. So I'll let you guys take it back over here.
Those are awesome. Those are awesome.
We're going to have a lot of fun.
Would you like to buy me a necklace tonight, Wayne?
Well, I don't know how
Or a
Doug would feel
vacation?
about that.
Or a vacation? Doug would be like, go ahead.
That's what friends are for, right?
That'll be good. Well, Jim, you know, I know that you like to extend a thank you to all of the sponsors. And so tonight we do want to let people know who has been supporting Capper Foundation and Evening for a Child as we go through this wonderful event. It's all possible because of some fantastic support from people in our community. So the top level sponsors tonight are the Pogo Sticks. I love these names. The Pogo Stick sponsor is WIBW. We should have been the tricycle sponsor. I'm just saying. But the Pogo Stick sponsor is WIBW. We are so happy to help out once again with Capper Foundation and Evening for a Child. Your scooter level sponsor is Cox Communications, so thank you to Cox Communications. The bicycle level sponsors include American Home Life Insurance, Core First Bank and Trust, Cruise Holidays and the Knoll family, Bruce and Laura Danielson. Those are all of our bicycle level sponsors. And the tricycle level sponsor is Heartland Home Care. So thank you to all of our sponsors for making Evening for a Child possible and for supporting Capper Foundation, not just tonight and with this event, but all year long. And an organization does not reach a 100-year milestone without great vision and leadership. And Jim Liker, how many years have you been here now?
Been doing this 28 years.
Wow,
and
time
still,
flies.
and still having fun.
Well, of course you are. Jim is president and CEO of Capper Foundation. And, you know, this has been such an important organization for our community. Tell us a bit more about that.
I will do that. But first, I want to thank Melissa and Wayne for emceeing this event for many years, actually, and doing the auction and really helping us out. And as you mentioned, the sponsors, we are really, really blessed. We have great staff. We have great volunteers, donors and community partners and people served and their families and guardians. Really, everybody, I know it's a cliche, but, you know, we really are stronger and better together. So everybody working together to make good things happen and help people be the best they can be. So thank you, and thank everybody for helping us out.
Thanks for letting us be just a small part of it. It really is an honor.
Well, and Melissa now, she's not going to brag on herself, so we'll brag on her for a bit. So she's also, Melissa for many years has served on our board marketing committee and volunteered again emceeing this event. So thank you very much. Now, you'd probably like for me to talk about Capper's 100
Please
years.
do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
folks who maybe are just new to the community and maybe haven't heard about all the great things you do here, we want to give them a little sense of that.
Well, and you know, again, 100 years. Think about the impact. Actually, Capper started in 1920. Basically, Arthur Capper was a senator, a publisher, a statesman, and a philanthropist. And he saw kids with polio, basically, and other disabilities. And he said, you know, nobody knew back then what really caused polio or how to cure it or how to deal with it. But he said, I'm going to do something. So he set up a Capper fund, started putting money to actually get rehabilitation and surgeries and medical treatment and equipment for kids with disabilities. So it really started with kids with disabilities, and providing surgeries and medical services. And we've continued that now for 100 years. And this is our anniversary year. And we've grown and expanded. We serve infants and toddlers and children and teens and adults. And when you think about the impact of that, think about how many lives have been changed for the better and improved because of everybody, again, working together to help provide that support and services.
And it's a really, it's a basic mission, but it's so profound.
It really is. Our mission really is to build abilities and empower people of all ages living with disabilities. And when you think about meaningful, life-changing, something really cool to be a part of and support, I don't think it gets any better, frankly.
And a couple of the themes Jim touched on, the start of Capper Foundation, Christmas Day 1920. You're going to see a little bit of a reenactment a little bit later. And the way that Capper Foundation is changing lives, Colton's story that you all are going to see here in just a few minutes, is amazing. So, Jim, thank you for your leadership and this great team at Capper Foundation for all that you do.
Thank you.
Appreciate
we really
it.
appreciate it. Appreciate everybody's support.
Yes, and everyone being here. And it was a very humble beginning on Christmas Day 1920 by Arthur Capper. So here's a bit of a reenactment on how that all came about.
By 1920, Arthur Capper was a publisher, Kansas governor from 1915 to 1919, and was just beginning his 6-term tenure as United States Senator, representing Kansas in Washington, D.C. I'm pleased to introduce Dan Lindquist, speaking on behalf of Senator Arthur Capper, relaying his story, which is the beginning of our story, a story of a legacy at the Capper Foundation. With him is Steve Costello, portraying Senator Capper's Capper Publications composing room foreman, Capper Fund co-founder, and his trusted friend, Con Venata.
I began life as an average Kansas urchin, but no boy ever had a better father and mother. I now know how lucky I am to have had such a wonderful father and mother. My parents were pretty strict with me, zealously preaching the gospel of work, self-reliance, sobriety, and economy. As a boy, I began to work in the summer for my father, for wages.
Yes, Senator Capper learned very early the importance of developing and encouraging children. Once when a child asked him, "Please help me buy a pig, Mr. Capper," he began teaching them business through lending, not giving them money. Thus, the pig and poultry clubs were born.
This began a long tradition of helping children. By 1940, Senator Capper had spent nearly $500,000 on boys and girls farm clubs.
Every year, the senator invited all children to his July 14th birthday party. Children from all over would come. Crippled children were VIP guests, so they got the royal treatment. Senator Capper's best-known philanthropy was the Capper Fund for Crippled Children, founded by himself, Christmas Eve 1920.
You and I were quite a team that Christmas. Con was telling me about delivering presents that evening to the poor children of the town. Some of the children were unable to come out and receive their gifts because they were crippled. Those unfortunate crippled children. We must do something more than deliver toys and candy to these children. That evening, we decided that what they really needed was medical treatment that would better enable them to live more normal lives. We must get them out of the wheelchairs, make them walk, give them courage and a better chance in the race of life.
It was also at this time that Con Venata's small daughter, Constance, was suffering from infantile paralysis from polio. Arthur knew Con fretted over meeting all the cost of surgery and medical care.
Knowing my friend's fears for his child and of those other children even less fortunate, I said, secure the services of the best surgeons, the best hospitals. Now, go to the office, get the money you need, and begin at once.
Thus, Christmas time 1920, the Capper Fund for Crippled Children was born. The fund was to pay for necessary treatment for crippled children whose parents could not.
We secured the services of the best orthopedic surgeon and arranged with the best hospitals to care for these children. Working without pay, Con served as the foundation's executive officer, developing its foundation and instilling in his co-workers a sense of pride and love for their jobs.
Senator Capper also quietly paid the medical bills for Kahn's daughter, but wanting his foundation to continue to help through the years, he also began accepting donations.
We soon began to get results. Stories in different Capper publications told of children given new lives. At first, the amounts were small, nickels, quarters, dollars, but they were many, and they increased rapidly. I am proud to say Arthur Capper was a pioneer in passing legislation providing for the hospitalization, rehabilitation, and placement of the crippled child under state and federal law. For as the senator once said, no other heart appeal is equal to that which comes from helping crippled children. No heartwarming tonic like the happiness of a crippled child made whole.
In 1934, co-founder Kahn Venata passed away. And that same year, the Capper Fund for Crippled Children changed its name to the Capper Foundation for Crippled Children, continuing the legacy begun by Kahn Venata and Senator Capper. Several thousand children in more than a dozen states were treated with funds from our organization and been given a brighter future. In 1947, the Capper Foundation established the Capper Center for Crippled Children in Topeka. Here, severely handicapped children were provided with the care they needed. In 1951, Senator Capper died, leaving a strong legacy in the Capper Foundation. To continue telling its history and its future is Capper Foundation President and CEO Jim Leiker.
Thank you, Senator Capper and Kahn, for the legacy you have shared with us. What an honor. I know these compassionate men and all who served the Foundation in the early years would be very proud as we recognize the Capper Foundation for building abilities and empowering people living with disabilities for 100 years. By the time of his death in 1951, Senator Capper had gained national prominence as a publisher, a broadcaster, statesman, and philanthropist. Funds from his ownership in Capper Publications were used to purchase land and build the rehabilitation facility at 3500 Southwest 10th Avenue in Topeka, Kansas in 1959. Many children were affected by polio and other debilitating diseases, and the community needed a modern rehabilitation and education facility for them. This facility was designed to provide life-changing programs, education, and therapy services for children with physical disabilities. Over the years, the organization adapted and expanded services to meet the changing needs of individuals of all ages living with disabilities. Capper Foundation currently operates with offices in Topeka, Winfield, and El Dorado, Kansas, and serves individuals from numerous cities and counties in Kansas. The organization provides services to infants, children, teens, adults, and families. Persons served include individuals with physical disabilities, intellectual disabilities, mental health challenges, and behavioral issues. Some individuals served live with all of these. Capper staff focus on the individual's abilities, their dignity and their respect, their preferences, their choices and goals, and as necessary, help them be the best they can be every day. The need for Capper services is critical and continues to grow. Going forward, Capper Foundation's strategic focus areas include providing person-centered quality services, growing philanthropic support, and advocacy for children and adults with disabilities. Senator Arthur Capper and Kahn Venata had a vision on Christmas night in 1920, a vision of a brighter future for people with disabilities. A vision they made into reality, which has continued throughout the long and proud history of the Capper Foundation. Pause for a moment and think about the tremendous, meaningful, and life-changing impact of Capper Foundation's programs and services on people's lives over 100 years. Wow. We swell with pride along with all of the persons served, their families, staff, volunteers, donors, and community partners who have been and are a part of Capper Foundation's 100-year legacy of hope, love, and service. Our founder, Arthur Capper, had no children of his own, but he deeply understood the love, devotion, and concerns of parents with children with disabilities, and he committed his leadership skills, his time, his energy, and resources to take action and help them. As we reflect back on that cold yet warm-hearted Christmas evening in 1920, and we celebrate Capper Foundation's century of service to individuals, families, and communities, we at the Capper Foundation proudly continue our commitment to our mission and our vision. Our Capper Foundation mission is to build abilities and empower people of all ages living with disabilities. Our Capper Foundation vision is every person is valued and enjoys access, independence, and opportunities to advance their hopes and their dreams. We look forward to building abilities together with you, carrying out our mission, and making our vision a reality over the next 100 years.
Again, that story is actually on Capper Foundation's website and YouTube page if you'd like to see the video again in its entirety, that reenactment of what happened Christmas Day, 1920, the day that the Capper Foundation was born.
Yeah, and we're so thankful to Senator Capper and that he had the means and the vision to help the children of Kansas and to leave a living legacy, the Capper Foundation. His legacy's impacted hundreds of thousands of people over the past century, giving them a chance at a better life, an opportunity to fully engage with their families, school, church, and all aspects of their community.
We have a great example of that. Our favorite part of Evening as a Child every year is the story that a family shares on how Capper Foundation has impacted their life. And so my husband Doug and I have the honor of crafting this story every year. And it actually is very easy because the people are so compelling and are the best people to really tell you what Capper Foundation is all about. And I instantly fell in love with this year's child. His name is Colton. You are going to fall in love with him as well. He really shows the courage these children and their families have to overcome anything that life may put in their way. So you can see for yourself as we hear Colton's story.
That's right, big boy. Good job.
My son is Colton Selman. He is 4 years old. Colton was born at 23 weeks. He spent 124 days in the NICU. That was the most terrifying time as a mom ever. There's a lot of complications that go along with being born early. We were told that Colton might not be able to ever speak or make sounds or ever walk.
Ready?
But we ignored that and we focused on God and everything that he could do, and he's met every single milestone in his time. And he's been going to Cappers for just about 3 years, and he has made tremendous progress. Going to Cappers feels like you walk in and it's just family. They always focus on his strengths. They never talk about what he can't do or what he should be doing now. They always focus on the positives and what he can do and what our goal is next. When Colton first came here, he was hardly sitting up on his own, and we realized, you know, we needed more. So we came here and started working with Kim with physical therapy.
Sitting was hard. I mean, everything was hard. He didn't move on his own at all. So strengthening and balance is really the things that we work on a lot. We use basketball goals, all the different beanbag animals and balls that roll, and they can watch them, that kind of thing.
And bumped his head. Let's see what happens. Turn it.
They're playing, and then their brain's working, and their fingers are working, and their motor skills are working, and their trunk is working, and just kind of getting it all together.
Yes. Thank you. Good job. Okay.
For many kids, and especially with Colton, like picking up maybe a piece of food and bringing it to his mouth. some school skills even, and play skills, cutting with scissors, building with blocks, putting puzzles together. So it's the eyes and the brain and the hands all working together.
Push hard.
The main goal of speech is teaching our kids how to get their wants and needs met, how to use language to get their wants and needs met. You cannot function day to day if you don't have the ability to ask for help or show your excitement or tell somebody I love you. Colton in general, he's very, very bright. He wants to do the games, the toys, the social pieces that kids his age are doing. And with him, you really get the whole picture, because
Big step.
Kim in PT, with getting him up on his feet, his whole trunk is so much stronger, and he's now able to get vocalizations out of his mouth. With Amy and his use in OT, with the use of his hands, he's able to use, that finger to point to words on his device.
He doesn't see it as going to therapy. He sees this as going to play and have fun, and he loves going to Cappers.
Capper Foundation's mission is to build abilities and empower people of all ages living with disabilities. Our vision is that everyone is valued and should enjoy access and independence and opportunities to advance their hopes and dreams. We've been building abilities now for 100 years. This is our 100th anniversary. Arthur Capper started the Capper Fund, which became the Capper Foundation, to help children with polio. We've evolved and changed over the years, and now we serve all age ranges and help them build abilities and be the best they can be. As we've all faced a very challenging environment with the COVID-19 pandemic, we've all had to adapt and change every day, and certainly that's part of our Capper history, is adapting and changing, just like the folks that we provide services for. And you think about, if you have a disability, born with it, or acquire a disability in your life, you also have to adapt and change and adjust and make life work for you. We've had to do the same things. We provided nearly $3 million in non-reimbursed care last year, which means there's a gap between the revenue we receive and the cost to provide the services. So it's important that we have wonderful community partners and donors and volunteers that help make that up, that contribute and help make those services possible for those that need them.
Oh, good sound.
He's accomplishing so much. It's amazing to see. We get to see these things that just happen normally with other children, quickly. With Colton, they happen slowly. So we're able to see every single little thing, and it's such an exciting thing when he's able to sit up on his own, or when he's able to stand on his own, or when he's able to do stairs.
So with therapy, we make goals for kids, and Colton is a little guy that he reaches his goals so fast it keeps us therapists on our toes. It's just really fun. It makes you feel like what you're doing is making a difference.
He's come so far, and he is. Kids like him are the reason that I do what I do, and that the reason Capper Foundation is so special to all of us.
Think about the impact of 100 years of building abilities. Empowering people, that is about as meaningful and important as I think it gets. It's just a really cool to be a part of that and to play a part in that with so many other people.
It's great to see kids achieve and to develop more abilities and become more independent. That's what it's all about, is them being able to be in the world and achieve things and show people what they can do.
A disability is not just a period. It is a comma. It just keeps going. And it's hard as a parent to see your child as different. But I never felt different. Colt never feels different here. Cappers is a shining beacon that we look forward to. We get to just be us, and I don't have to worry as much. You're always going to be treated like everything's okay here. I don't know where we would be without Cappers. It's done so much for my son, and they will continue to do so much for my son because
Thank you, Cappers.
they don't give up.
Thank you, Cappers.
You can see why we fell in love with Colton, and every child at Capper has different abilities and a story just as compelling as Colton's. And we are fortunate that Capper Foundation is here with their dedicated staff, all the volunteers, all of you supporting them to help all of the children and adults reach their full potential. You know, the staff will often say that children don't grow out of their disability, they learn how to grow up with it. And as you heard Colton's mom, Jamie, say, a disability is not a period. It's a comma. It just keeps going. And so what Capper Foundation is teaching so many children and families to do is how to keep that going and make life the best it possibly can be. You know, it's virtual, so we couldn't have the kids with us, but they came to us. Yes.
They are here. Yeah.
Stephen Smith Photography. Stephen Smith took these wonderful photos, and so here is Colton. And Colton is actually here wearing his great-grandfather's World War II Air Force uniform. He represents the 1940s. Each of the kids is wearing something to represent a different decade, since the Capper is 100 years old today. The letters he is holding are actual love letters from one of the staff's mother, whose husband's plane was shot down in Saipan during the war. So we thank Colton's great-grandfather for his service and all of our veterans for the sacrifices that they made. Isn't this awesome? You just got to love it. You've got some cool ones too.
Well, and I wanted to let everybody know, when you come in to pick up your auction items, there's trading cards with the 11 kids. So just great things to learn about each one of these kids. And I guess one of my favorites is Nolan, this little guy right here.
I love him.
Oh, he's fantastic. He's when he saw this cutout for the first time, he said, "I walk now. What's up with the walker?"
Well, because we
so
should explain.
The photo was taken in February, and he's made great progress since
Isn't that
then.
amazing?
So it's it's a lot of fun. And I wanted to mention, like on the back of the cards, it tells what their kids' interests are, what they do, what they want to be, their favorite song. I think Colton's favorite song was Five Little Monkeys. He likes oranges, wants to be a librarian.
Yes.
So,
This is Maddie. His favorite thing to do is to go outside. Yeah, we actually featured Maddie in a story earlier this year that talked about when they had to go to telehealth, and Maddie was getting his speech therapy through telehealth. Who else do I have here? I've got Tavion back over here. This is the 60s.
Yep,
and I've
cool.
What's a 1960s word?
We've got the Super Bowl champ. Huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a 1960s word. What did they say in the 60s?
Groovy?
Groovy, thank you.
I'm not that old, but I came up with groovy. I thought everybody knew groovy.
I had a little brain blockage there.
Well, I have Antonio over here. He's 12 years old, and he's a Super Bowl champ. He's, let's see what are his interests. He's a big Chiefs fan. He wants to be a chef when he grows up. He swims, plays basketball, likes to swing. PE is his favorite class. He loves country music. This is great stuff.
And Patrick Mahomes. I mean, honestly, let's see.
definitely.
My 90s gal here is Camilla. So this is my 1990s. That was more my decade, I guess. And that is Camilla. And Camilla wants to be a police officer. So fantastic. She's 7 years old. And gosh, all of them. Just Amber is over here. Madeline. And of course,
Amber, she's the groovy 20s girl here.
Yes.
Yeah, just a sweetie. Oh, just so much
Zoe.
fun.
The Zoe is back over here.
Yeah.
But anyhow, these are fantastic. And you can get the trading cards. If there's a reason to bid on an auction item and try to win,
it's these
so
kids
you can
right
get
here.
the trading cards and have these kids and their stories with you all the time.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Couldn't agree more.
So what are we actually all doing here tonight, right? This is all about raising money to support Capper Foundation. And how much work do they do? Well, you might not realize that in the year 2019, Capper served nearly 2,000 individuals and families with nearly 1 million hours of direct support. That is adults in their day and residential programs and children with pediatric therapy. Staff served individuals from 63 cities and 23 counties in Kansas. Capper Foundation has offices in 3 locations in Kansas. Topeka, of course, is the headquarters, and in the south central Kansas communities of Winfield and El Dorado. Hello, El Dorado. We forgot to mention you earlier when we mentioned Winfield. More than 400 volunteers provided nearly 4,000 hours of service in diverse roles of assistance to staff, children, adults, and families. Volunteers are so important and valuable. The value of a volunteer's time nationally is rated at $27.50 per hour. So Do a little math. You will realize that the volunteers have contributed more than $11,000 worth of their time at Capper over this past year. Capper has received Charity Navigator's highest 4-star rating 7 consecutive times. Very impressive. And because of the rating, Capper Foundation is acknowledged in the top 6% of nonprofits nationally. That is also impressive. Capper also has a capital campaign in progress to help reduce the current pediatric therapy waiting list. Can you imagine your child being told they need help, but you can't get services because there's a waiting list and they just simply aren't available? Well, if you want to help with that campaign, it's called Capper Can. You can give Jim Liker or Edie Smith a call. They will be happy to share with you the initiatives of the campaign and how you can be involved. So we know that we all are here and thankful for Capper Foundation and supporting the organization. So we have a couple people here to hear from and talk a little bit more about it. Sandy Crawford is the Vice President of Pediatric Services. And are you able to get both of these fine ladies? All right, Jenny Staus is here as well. She is a speech language pathologist and helps some of the kids with their therapy. So thank you both for being here. And, you know, Sandy, what is the importance of all of the work that you've had to do and the adjustments you've had to make over this past year?
Wow, so in March when COVID was really starting to take hold here, we had to just quickly switch services because we knew we didn't want families coming in and risking our staff or their health. So we switched to Zoom, doing teletherapy, and I've got wonderful staff here. They just learned how to do it quickly. The families learned how to do it as well and get on, and it's really been very effective, and probably we will keep doing it for a while.
It's also very important because what happens if a child suddenly stops getting the services that you provide here?
Right, their progress is going to slow down. So teletherapy has been a way that we have been able to keep in touch with the families and make sure that that child's progress is continuing. There are some families that we just did phone calls or emails if they couldn't do the teletherapy, but teletherapy has been effective for most of the kids that we're serving, and I'm really glad that we could keep in touch with them.
How did that work, Jenny?
You know, when it started, it was kind of like, what are we getting into? And it was amazing to see the parents really take charge of the kids' therapy. You know, yes, we're telling them what to do and we're leading it, but it's been such a nice opportunity to see the families really be able to be so much more hands-on than they've been able to be in the clinic. And to really say, oh, and we worked on this week, we worked on this week. It's been neat to really see that part.
How much credit and thanks do you give to the parents? Because, you know, for example, Maddie's in the middle here, and that was when we did the story about telehealth.
Yeah.
And you were actually doing a session with Maddie that we got to watch and view, and his mom was there and kind of trying to keep him on task. So, I mean, say a word to these parents and families that you work with.
Oh my gosh, like I said, they have really taken charge and really been the driving force for us. You know, they're the step-in. They're the ones that are leading the therapy piece. You know, we've got the kids that want to wander off, and the parents have done a great job of being there, being the hands for us.
So give your final pitches, ladies. I mean, especially not just in this realm of telehealth, but also the adjustments and really, I guess, give us a little sense, Jenny, of some of the adjustments you've had to make as families have returned as well. Because it's not just a matter of everybody just comes back in the door. I know people really stepped up and donated special face masks and shields for you all.
Absolutely. You know, for some of our more high needs kids, it was a more significant readjustment. It was relearning what we do here. It was like the first day of school or first day of therapy all over again. But the transition back in was quick because they remembered, you know, as soon as they were back, it was like they hadn't left. We've had some families that, whether it's the child that's more medically fragile or they have a parent that has a medical situation where they can't be out and about. So we have been able to continue teletherapy with those families. So it's been nice that we can still offer that piece.
Absolutely.
But opening back up, it's been so nice to be able to have the kids back.
And Sandy, what is the importance of people bidding and supporting and giving to that scholarship assistance program tonight?
Right, so many of our families, even if they have insurance, they might have a high deductible, they might have extra medical expenses outside of just therapy, that scholarship assistance really helps them to cover the services that their child needs so desperately.
appreciate it. Sandy, Jenny, thank you. And thank you both sincerely for the work that you all do. I know a lot of families are out there applauding right now and saying, those are our girls. So appreciate it, ladies. Thank you for all that you do. And you can hear from them how just important all of this is and the reason why we're here tonight. You have the opportunity to help children like Colton and all the other children and adults and teens that come through Capper Foundation gain independence by contributing to the Capper Foundation Scholarship Assistance Fund. Last year, Capper Foundation provided nearly $3 million in unreimbursed services. That is the difference between what Medicaid or insurance might pay for services versus the cost that it is to Capper to actually provide those services. So we are so grateful to all of you who are here to help. Remember, check out those auction items. Thank you to those of you who have bid already. I think that's what Wayne was off doing, was bidding on more auction items.
Yes.
We are just about ready to open those special items. But before we do that, we want to give you a chance now to contribute to that scholarship assistance program, help kids like Colton. You know, we also heard the story of a gentleman, especially in this time of COVID-19, a lot of people are dealing with changes in their job situation. And there was a family that was receiving services here. Their father's job was among those that was cut as the COVID-19 situation unfolded. They didn't know if they'd actually be able to provide services for their child anymore. And because this isn't something anybody anticipated. And so when they came and they talked to Capper, they said, you know what, we have this scholarship program, we can help. And you heard them say, you can't just stop services because that's a huge step backward for the kids. And so to be able to have that relief of that not being an additional burden on them was fantastic.
It is wonderful. And this is kind of the part of the evening that just kind of blows me away every year, just the compassion and the giving of the folks in our community and really throughout Kansas, the people that step up and contribute $5,000 or $2,500 or sometimes more. And then often when we get to, you know, the $250, you just see that the arms go up in the air, and it just touches me every year to see so many people giving.
We're not going to see arms go up in the air, but we want to hear you clicking.
We're going to practice the virtual paddles.
And the thing about this is I think when a baby comes into your family, whether it be your own child or, you know, in my case, nieces and nephews, you know, you think it's this happy time and everything's going to be perfect, right? Because it's a perfect little baby. It's happy. Yeah. That's what always happens, right? You don't think anything's going to be wrong. But I know in my case, I had my nephew who just graduated from high school. He had 2 strokes at birth, and they said, well, there's damage in the area of his brain that controls speech, and so he's going to need this therapy to make sure he's going to have these abilities because your brain is still learning, and we can do this and it can help. And he just graduated from high school, and you would have a conversation with him and never realize that anything had happened to him. That's the power of therapies like those that you can get at Capper Foundation.
Right. And
Wayne, you became a grandpa.
I did become a grandpa, yeah. There goes that 13. We've been doing this for 13 years. I'm an old guy now. And so my grandson had infantile spasms beginning at 4 months old, and we learned that he is a Fox G1 child, and so he'll have special needs throughout his life. And I tell you, it's heartwarming. He's just such a beautiful kid, and my heart goes out to the parents because I know that every single day is a new challenge. And you know, you've got good days and you've got rough days, and the kids feel great one day and the next day not so good, and it's just it's taxing. And but you know, we keep our head up, our chin up, and as all these kids do, they're warriors. You know, this little guy, I mean, he's made some great progress, and it couldn't be done. It wouldn't be able to happen without the folks out there that are willing to open up their purses and give at this time.
And so we had mentioned that when you go on to capper.org/events, when you register in that auction, or even on Capper's website, there is that Donate Now button. Yep. And the very first items listed on that auction list tonight, you will see are donations. One's a donation amount of your choice. Some of the amounts are just already programmed in there for you, so truly all you have to do is click a button. And you have given a gift, because again, nobody knows when they're going to have a child that's going to need these services. And if it happens, you want to be sure that services like those Capper Foundation provides, not just that Capper Foundation is here to provide them, that there are resources available that you can be able to obtain them for your child. So that's what the Scholarship Assistance Program is about. That's what we want you to do right now, is click those buttons and give.
And varying the first amount is $5,000.
Yes.
And we have a family, the Knowles, are willing to match the $5,000 gift. So we're asking you and begging you to to dig deep and make a contribution, perhaps of $5,000.
We already have one contribution from the
We
Knoll
do.
family, so thank you,
Yes.
Knoll family, for your $5,000
Yes.
contribution. You can match it right now, double that amount of money if you can
That's
get your
right.
friend. If some of you are watching in watch parties and on Zoom, get together, pull your money, make a nice, great
Yeah, you could
donation
do
to the
that.
Scholarship
Sure.
Assistance Fund. A $5,000 donation, by the way, provides approximately 32 hours of pediatric therapy.
Yeah, and that only goes so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's obviously you see different levels there. The next level that you can give is $2,500, and that obviously would give 16 hours of therapy for these youngsters. And the list kind of goes down. You have all of the buttons there. I'm hoping that we have the page up so everybody can kind of see the page. No, that's okay. If you get on your cell phone or on the computer, they're all listed there. We just hope that you would give.
Absolutely. There's another button for $1,000, a gift to the Pediatric Scholarship Assistance Fund. That provides 6.5 hours of therapy. And it seems like, well, that's a lot, but a lot of time, right? But if you think about, a lot of these kids are getting speech therapy and occupational therapy and physical therapy. And maybe some of those appointments they need more than once a week. So those
Right.
hours quickly add up, and that is where your gifts tonight are so important. $500 provides 3 hours of therapy that can help get a child through perhaps maybe a week of sessions, a couple weeks of sessions, when they are really in that thick of needing the most intensive services there are.
Right. Well, and even $250, if that's all you can give, $250. I mean, those add up. So it's very important, and we appreciate everyone that can give $250. $250 provides an hour and a half of services, so it matters and it counts.
Mm-hmm. And a $100 gift provides approximately 45 minutes of therapy. A lot of the sessions are 45 minutes long,
Yeah.
so you can provide a therapy session to a child with your gift of $100 tonight. And the $100 button is the last pre-filled in button, if you will,
Right.
on your phone and on that bidding list. But again, the very first one says donate now. That is an amount of your choosing. We understand that times are tough for a lot of people, but perhaps, if you can spare $20, $50, if maybe you want to bid a little extra on an auction item, that's great too. Of course, people bidding against you might be thinking, I don't know, wait a minute, but it is all for Capper Foundation and all for a great cause. So we hope that people can give whatever they can afford. And Capper pediatric therapists do work with children with disabilities with patience, love, persistence, and determination, refusing to give up. I hope you saw that in Kim and Amy and Jenny in Colton's story that you saw tonight, because it was fantastic to see them and just the interaction and the true love that the children develop. I mean, Colton had the best giggle, right? I mean,
Yeah.
his mom was like, what kid is that happy to go to therapy? And he was, because they make it fun for the kids,
Right.
and it doesn't really seem like work. And before you know it, I mean, Colton's walking. Before you know it, Nolan doesn't have that walker anymore. Colton, by the way, I guess he came in and he looked and he just got the biggest smile on his face when he saw his
Thought that was
photo in
cool.
the cutout. He thought it was the best thing ever. But that is the power of your gift tonight. And they work with parents as well, offering support, knowing the world can be a better place for their child if we all work together. And you are part of that. With your support, Capper Foundation continues to provide the services that help every child, like these 11 and so many more in our community. So thank you for your generosity.
Well, my watch just dinged and my
Yes.
phone buzzed, and I think it's getting close. It must be 7:30.
I think there are. Couple
So we're getting
sponsors.
close.
Yes, there are all sorts of sponsors, and we know we're going to keep listing them on Capper's website, so we thank you for that. All right, are we ready to go with those special auction items?
Special
they are now
auction
live
items?
on your phone.
They
These
are
the
live. You
items
can
that
start
you've been
bidding.
waiting to open, the items that Wayne was coveting over there.
Yeah.
Talk about the first one.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the first one. It's called Entertainment with Ease, and I've been on this property. I've partied at this place, and it's just fantastic. It's absolutely beautiful. So you can invite 25 guests to join you on a fabulous outdoor party at the luxurious landscape gardens of Dale and Mary Claire Wilson. It includes upscale appetizers provided by caterer Jeff Farrell, Inspirational Catering. You can't miss this opportunity to experience one of Topeka's great outdoor entertaining experiences with 25 of your closest friends. 25! Without having to lift a finger. Must be scheduled with the Wilsons and Jeff of Inspirational Catering.
And I'm sure the Wilson family will work with you and your schedule, that you don't need to do this tomorrow. We know some people might want to wait before they get 25 friends together,
Yep.
so the Wilsons will work with you and schedule that for you. It was fun. It's cool. It's a cool place. They're nice people.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Awesome.
It's beautiful. The Wilsons are wonderful. They're great hosts. And
the food?
Oh, it's awesome. The food is fantastic.
You have a Wayne Basso recommendation
Oh,
on this
I
item to
endorse
go
this
ahead
one.
and bid.
Yeah, absolutely. Bid often, bid high.
Yes.
Keep it coming.
Next
Yeah.
up are the Bop Daddies performance. You can dance the night away with 3 hours of classic rock provided by the Bop Daddies. To quote Mal Robinson, "We can't get off the train. They just keep going and going and going and performing." You can get ready, get set, dance, and enjoy the great music of the Bop Daddies. Have you ever heard them play? I know Mal's a lot of fun.
I have heard them play, and they are a lot of fun. Keep you moving and grooving.
I'm not going to make you get up and show us dance moves. I mean, if you want to.
You don't want to see me do that.
It's bad enough to make you sit down and MC and do a script tonight, right?
That's right. I'm kind of a one-trick pony. I'm an auctioneer,
isn't he?
So
Love it,
right,
love
yeah.
it. So bid for the Bop Daddies performance, 3 hours of fantastic music and fun. And I mean, if you want Wayne to teach you how to dance, he'll do that too.
Well, yeah. You won't win any
Maybe
contests,
not.
I promise. I promise you that. And you know, we're moving through these items pretty quickly, but these items you can bid on them through 10:30, right?
Yes.
And so that's keep that in mind. The next item is 6003. It's a new and installed furnace and air conditioner. Be comfortable year-round with your new system. HD Services will provide an 80% efficiency BTU gas fired furnace and up to 3-ton blower drive and a 13-SEER air conditioner and coil. This package includes labor, material, and installation. And he'll go through Junction City, Manhattan, Topeka, and Lawrence. It does exclude the sales tax, city permits, and code and compliance issues, but also the equipment can be upgraded to a larger unit and higher efficiencies at dealer cost that would be paid by the winning bidder.
And they do want the installation by April 25th of 2021. But winter's
Right,
coming
good
up.
catch.
As much as it didn't really feel like it this week,
Oh, I know.
winter is coming.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, it cooled off today. It was quite nice.
It was. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So thanks to HD Service Company for that. And have you ever had to go through that whole thing with putting a furnace in your home? I mean, to have
Well,
somebody
I've
come
had
do
it
it for
done.
you.
Oh, I wouldn't do it myself. You have to have somebody do
That's
that.
not
for
in
you.
your
Yeah, no.
skill set. So that's why it's nice when you have people who know what they're doing.
That's right.
The next item is 6004. It is in your auction list. This is a 7-day cruise for 2, your choice through Holland America Cruise Lines. The high bidder will book directly with Holland America Cruise Lines for your choice of 7 days to either Alaska, the Caribbean, Mexico, or Canada, New England. The process is easy and smooth. Have you ever been on a Canada, New England cruise? Doug and I were able to do that once.
Not yet.
Oh my goodness, it's beautiful up there. Do it in the fall. It's kind of low key if you kind of are more low key type person. You know, we went in the fall and most of the kids were already back in school, so you know it was a very relaxing cruise. We actually got to use the basketball court because there were no kids on the cruise, so we were kind of the big kids out there on the basketball court. So that would be a good option. Alaska's beautiful as well. If you like the warm climate,
yeah.
the warm climate,
That
then
would
you
be
can
a
do the
lot of
Caribbean,
fun.
Mexico. Now, the winner may choose to upgrade at their own expense. The room will be a minimum unobstructed ocean view stateroom selected by Holland America at this point. And something very important this year, I think, to mention is that there's no expiration date for this. I mean,
Oh, that's
obviously
nice.
with COVID-19, there are some restrictions on cruise lines right now that they're not able to sail out of the U.S. at this moment. So, you know, as that date maybe isn't known yet of when exactly the cruises are going to start back up again, that's why this item has no expiration date. So you can wait, you know, until the cruises are up and running and you're comfortable with it, and your cruise will be there ready and waiting for you. So airfare is not included. That's the only thing you'd have to add on, and this is thanks to Holland America and the underwriters, American Family Insurance agents Justin Moravec of Lawrence and Brad Knoller of Topeka. So thank you for that. I love cruising.
Yeah.
Partly because I love to eat so much.
Right. Well, and you can definitely do that on a cruise.
Exactly. That's
You're going to gain a little weight when you go on a cruise for sure. Yeah.
Calories do not count when you're on vacation.
Everything's diet, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I know. Yep. You're right about that.
What is the joke? Seafood. I see food and I
Seafood
eat
and eat
it.
it. Yeah, that's the seafood diet. That's right. Well,
I love this next one too.
Oh yeah. The next item is 6005. It's a 7-day stay at a two-bedroom private beach village on St. Martin.
You keep talking. I'll be right back because there's something I got to go collect.
Okay, go collect it. 7-day stay at this modern stocked 2-bedroom plus queen sleeper sofa that sleeps 6. It's a 3-bath villa located directly on Great Bay Beach on the French-Dutch island of St. Martin. It's located in a small complex of 12 individual villas. Oh, nice grab. With a lovely beachfront swimming pool and breathtaking ocean views. This is a gated complex with on-site management. It is perfect place to relax around the pool or just to lounge on your private lanai or elevated deck overlooking a beautiful beach while watching cruise ships come and go.
He's smiling just reading
Oh,
the
I
description
know. It's so,
of this.
yeah, it's wonderful.
I'm like,
I
oh
mean,
yes,
we
please.
need to bid on this one. There are endless activities to enjoy, gourmet restaurants, sky ride, chairlifts, shopping, great walking beach, and of course a boardwalk.
Yes.
Now there are restrictions, maximum capacity 4 to 6 people, must be used between May 1st and November 30th of 2021. So there's another nice little thing here. This is owned by Doug and Becky Kinsinger, and they will provide you a personal guidebook and host a lunch or dinner to provide you information about their personal favorites to prepare you for your stay. This package also includes airfare.
Nice. That's always good.
Wow. An airfare voucher for $1,000.
It would be a little far to swim.
It would be far to swim, yeah. Oh, and so the flight is courtesy of Jim and Maureen Leiker. Thanks to the Opportunity Fund LLC, Doug and Becky, as well as Jim and Maureen.
Love it. It's a
Yes.
beautiful place. I haven't been, but I've heard from some folks who have purchased this. Doug and Becky have generously donated this before, and it's gorgeous.
Well,
and I think
I've
we
seen
all are going to need a
pictures.
way to
Oh,
get
yeah.
away
Yeah.
after these past few months. So
That's right.
what better reason to plan a vacation and a getaway, right?
That's right.
Because we've been through a lot. We need a break. So there you go. You can support Capper Foundation and plan your vacation all in one fell swoop tonight.
Yep.
I like it.
I like it too. Yep.
I'll be talking about this in just a minute.
You will be?
I will be.
Okay.
I will be. But I brought it here so that Doug can keep looking at it.
Okay.
Hang on,
Yeah,
folks. We're
Doug.
going to talk about
Zoom
that
in,
in just
Doug.
a minute.
Yeah.
Next up, though, item 6006 is the craft beer experience. Everyone will want in on this package. 12 people can enjoy a semi-private space at the Blind Tiger Brewery and Restaurant with a dedicated server. You will have a personally guided tour of the Blind Tiger Brewery by owner Jay Ives and an informative discussion about the brewing process, capped off with 10 different Blind Tiger craft beer styles to enjoy. You can learn the history of the Blind Tiger Brewery and Restaurant, discuss the craft beer movement, and discover the development of beer styles around the world. And, of course, what would beer be without appetizers? You will also be served a selection of delicious appetizers included to accompany your beer style sampling experience. The event will be scheduled at a date and time mutually agreed by the bidder and Blind Tiger Brewery and Restaurant. Please schedule a date between Sunday and Thursday. Early evenings would work best. They will not schedule this on a Friday or Saturday. Of course, those are busy times. You kind of want their full attention anyway, and you
That's
will
right.
get it. People have said this is a fantastic experience, and what a way to get a nice behind-the-scenes look and some
Oh, sure.
special attention.
Well,
Our big thanks to Jay Ives and Blind Tiger Brewery and Restaurant.
Well, and the beer out there is fantastic. They've got lots of varieties, and the appetizers are great. It's a cool venue. You'll be very happy with
I'm really
this
glad
item.
the bidding is open until 10:30. So many of these items are making you smile.
Oh, I
When you're so
know.
busy trying to spot the numbers in the crowd, Wayne,
Yeah, I
I feel
don't get
like
to
you're not
smile.
getting to enjoy the items and know that maybe you want them as well.
Yeah, right. Well, I can't bid. I feel like I can't
Yes,
bid
you can.
when I'm auctioneering.
So
when I've
see,
got a mic
nobody
in my-
knows you have your phone.
But my wife's over there, and she's bidding.
She's at home bidding
It gets
right
a
now.
little
Bid
too
on this, Wayne
expensive.
would like it.
Yeah. So she's doing great.
You never know. It goes on your credit card.
Yeah,
You'll
right.
never know.
Oh my. Okay, are we going to move on to the
we
next
can
item?
move on.
Should we move on?
Unless you
Okay.
want to take a break and grab your phone and bid.
Well, I know that this is open till 10:30,
Okay,
right?
so you're going to bid later.
So
Look for Wayne's bids to be coming in.
We're gonna keep bidding, right? Okay, so where are we?
6007.
Oh, 6007 is a 5-star stay at El Dorado Royale for two.
Mm-hmm.
For two. The Knoll family and Cruise Holidays of Topeka are delighted to send a couple to the El Dorado Royale, adults only, all-exclusive resort with WIBW Chris Fisher Group, June 14 through 19, 2021. This offer is for 2 adults in a beachfront junior suite with nonstop transfers and air travel included. Wow. This 5-star gourmet luxury spa resort is right on the beach, just north of, help me with this one.
Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen. Thank you. Enjoy award-winning gourmet dining at 13 restaurants, 9 swim-up bars, and extensive indoor and outdoor activities and entertainment on a quiet, secluded beach. Thanks to Cruise Holidays of Topeka and the Knoll family.
Nice.
Yeah. That sounds like fun, too.
I'm trying to decide if I could give Chris a hard time and say, oh, it's adults, and they're going to let Chris in. Good for him. Just kidding, Chris. We know we love him, but he likes to goof off and have a good time. So if you go with this group, I'm sure Chris will make sure that you have a blast.
Yeah,
and Dick Nolan Cruise Holidays also are great at offering great vacations. So this would be a good one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And officially, Chris is taking vacation in June.
He's not
Maybe
on the
we
clock.
should all take vacation. The whole staff should go along with him.
That
I mean,
might
if
be
we
fun.
bid, they can't say no, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So-
Yeah. That's right. Bid off and bid high.
That's right. Staff trip.
I
Staff
like it.
bonding.
I like it.
Well, I wonder what the bosses would think. We're all taking off the same week because we're all going to go. But if we all bid on the item, then we can raise a lot more money too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you have it.
I like it.
You going to Playa
I
del
like your
Carmen?
plan. May.
You
I don't
may.
know.
If you win
If
this
my
item,
wife's
you're going.
If my wife's at home, bidding away.
Well, this might pair well with the next item that the limousine ride for 6
Yeah, the
that's
limousine.
actually
Yeah. I
in the
think
silent
that's
auction.
almost- yep.
I'm old habits.
dog,
I'm
new
still calling
tricks.
this the silent auction. The auction items you've been able to bid on throughout the evening already. There is a limo ride that is included with that, and you
Yeah.
might use it if you bid on this next item in the special auction items that are now live. This is the Artful Dining Experience. You can enjoy an artful dining experience in Topeka's upscale downtown fine art gallery. This includes a private chef experience with a dinner prepared and served by Greg Fox, a dinner party for 4 to 6, followed by a wine tasting with live music on the roof of the Stephen Smith Gallery, weather permitting, for a great downtown and citywide scenic view. Of course, Stephen Smith also took the photographs of
Yeah.
the children this evening. Gallery artist Brad Leduc will personally demonstrate an art technique and include you in a collaborative creation. So you might call this Wine, Dine, and Create. This will expire April 1st, 2021, so they would prefer that you schedule before then. And this is thanks to the Stephen Smith Gallery, Chef Greg Fox, and the artist Brad Leduc. Doesn't that sound fun?
It does sound fun.
I always, Stephen Eady, if you know where the Stephen Smith Gallery is downtown, it's kind of next to the Pennant.
Uh-huh.
I'm very familiar with the Pennant, don't laugh. And there is a gift card
There
to
is
the
a gift
Pennant
card to
that
the
is
Pennant.
located in the
Yeah,
auction
floating
as well.
around.
I might have bid on that earlier too.
Maybe.
I'm very familiar with the Pennant. It's been many, so I'll often walk by and I've told, maybe when they're having the dinner party, like they'd let us know the date and we can just kind of walk by and
Just sneak in.
And
Yeah.
we could
Yeah.
kind of yell up to them on the roof,
Yeah. Or we could just buy it.
or we could buy it.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Would be fun.
Doug, are you up for a dinner party on the roof with Stephen Smith and Greg Fox, who makes wonderful food? He's written some books as well.
Yeah.
And Brad Leduc, very talented local artist. So this would be a great item. Bid now. And invite Wayne and I.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we'd love to have
We'd
some
love to
fun.
be there.
We have one more item.
And you said you wanted to talk about it, and
Well, you can talk about it, and I will just gaze
I will just say that it's
lovingly
really
at it.
beautiful.
Isn't it,
And it
though?
says it's a .39 carat, but it looks
Brilliant.
bigger than that. I mean, it just, I don't know, bigger's always better, I guess, on diamonds, right?
Pretty.
It's very beautiful.
It's
It's
very
cut, the
beautiful.
clarity,
it's
it's
very
beautiful.
This is, you can add a little sparkle.
Yeah.
Now your wife's like, yeah, Wayne's smiling. He can bid on this one. I think that you would have full permission to
and
bid on this.
I don't know if everybody at home can see, but it almost looks like a treble clef. I don't know
little bit.
that
It does look a
is,
little
but it just
musical.
kind of looks like a little musical,
A little bit.
But it's lovely.
It is 14 karat gold, a .39 brilliant diamond. The color grade is F, clarity grade is I1, G and A grading. This was donated by a special friend of Capper Foundation. I mean, I'm not an expert on gems, so I do not know what all of that grading stuff means, but I
You don't
do
have your
know
scope?
it's beautiful.
You don't have your scope?
I don't.
Okay.
All I know is it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice.
And
Yeah.
and you need it. And you want it. And you need to bid on it right now. It is gorgeous. It is
Right.
absolutely, absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful.
And it's shown here with a ribbon, but you know, the gold chain, get one
Correct.
that would fit
I think
just
that would be fantastic.
perfectly.
I see
Yeah.
everybody around the room like bidding right now. Everybody just grabbed their phones because they're going to bid. You got some things for, people have
We've got-
given to the Scholarship Assistance Fund. Thank you, everybody. Oh
you
my
have a
goodness
total?
gracious. Look at this list. I don't have a grand total, but I do have people that we want to thank. Lisa and Tom Stubbs, thank you so much. Michael Hampton, thank you so much. Julie Smearha, we miss you around here, Julie, thank you. Sabrina Crevisoit, Pam and Denny Wallstrom. I'm like smiling at some of it's
Yeah.
like family reunion on here. So Pam, hope you're doing so well. Jim and Gay Bowersfeld, thank you to the Bowersfelds, longtime supporters. Suzanne and Dr. Joe Mumford, thank you to the Mumfords. Larry Haas, Debbie Escobar, Michelle Butler and Tyler Johnson, Robert and Patricia Simpson, Stephen and Edie Smith. They're donating to the Scholarship Assistance Fund, and they also donated an auction item.
That's
Thank you
nice.
guys, love that. Greg and Gina Greenwood, Rebecca Forshee, Carmen Hill, Cynthia Heath, Chris and Emily McGee. Thank you, Chris and Emily. See, there are a lot of people who always attend the event, and it's like, you know, you're so happy
Right.
to see them every year.
Yeah.
The Knoll family. Other people also donated earlier. We are so grateful for your gifts, and you can keep giving.
Keep
That's the
giving.
beauty
Yeah.
of this.
Right.
Whether you're bidding on an auction item and you're thinking that's going to be your gift tonight, that is fantastic. But again, the items are open until 10:30. That means that those donation buttons and those donation links are still active under the auction section as well. And so if the item gets maybe a little out of your range, but you still want to give, those gifts to the Scholarship Assistance Fund are so great and so appreciated.
Indeed. Yeah, till 10:30.
Yes, they
Right.
are.
Yes.
Whew, so much fun.
We said, I kind of felt like an auctioneer kind of reading through that stuff. We kind of cruised through it so quickly.
But that doesn't mean the bidding needs to stop.
No,
right? That
or the
makes it
fun.
so much fun.
Or the fun.
So many people have made this possible tonight, right?
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Virtual. Are you comfortable? You're getting more comfortable?
You
sitting in
know,
the chair?
I feel a little bit better.
Everyone
well,
should
you're
know.
obviously easy
Wayne's
to
like,
work
I usually
with,
just do
so
the auctioning. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm a
like,
one-trick
"It's okay."
pony. That's what I say.
You
I
are
can-
doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we do want to virtually applaud everybody, right? Who
Absolutely,
is giving
yes.
gifts tonight.
Let's do it.
I mean, we can
Everybody
applaud for
here.
real because we're all here together.
Everybody should give themselves a hand.
But you should know that a lot of people have been working behind the scenes to do things beforehand because we can't all be here together in person, and that includes a lot of the staff members. So a big thank you to the staff members who are watching in their own areas all around town because we can't all be in one place at one time.
Yeah.
We very much limited the number of people who are in this room this evening, so thank you to all of them. A big reminder that everybody should know is, do you have the information where they can pick up the auction items?
Let me look for it.
I think it's highlighted in yellow.
Is it? Okay.
One more page. The
Back?
other way.
The other way. Okay.
Is that it?
For all the winners this evening, all purchases, including certificates, can be picked
Okay.
up at the Capper Foundation starting Tuesday, September 1st, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Topeka, and September 7th in Winfield.
Okay. Well, that's
See
because everything is
details
right here in
at
this room right now, so
capper.org.
they
That's
need time
right.
to get
Yeah.
them to Winfield for those of you who are bidding there.
Yep. So.
Okay,
There
good
you go.
information to
That's
know.
what you've
So
got.
Monday we're going to take to regroup and get everything organized so that we don't accidentally give you the wrong thing. We don't want to give you the wrong necklace. If you bid
That's
on
right.
this one, believe me, you want this one. There are a couple great ones in the silent auction as well.
Right.
See, there I go again.
I
The
know you
other
know where all the
auction.
jewelry is. Earrings.
Would you like me to prove that? Okay, Wayne, you talk, because I'm going to prove that I know where all the jewelry is.
Well,
hang on, I'm going this way.
Oh,
I'm
think
going to
that
bring it all
she's-
to you,
yeah.
Wayne.
Hey, you're on camera, so just so you know, you know exactly where they all
I
are.
do. See, this
Yeah.
is the necklace that Doug's like, you've been showing me all the jewelry all night. This is a necklace. Right there is a pair of sapphire earrings, and right here is this sterling silver necklace. So I'll bring all these over as well. But I'll tell you
Okay.
what, that one up there is the stunner. Okay, I'm going to bring these back. Wayne can look at them.
Yeah.
His wife
Well,
can text
I-
which one she likes best.
That's right. She's been
And,
texting me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are sapphire earrings that are over there, and yes. So
Lovely
I'm just
jewelry. Oh, we're going to move. Who's this?
That's Maddie.
Hey, Maddie. Let's move over here, bud.
So here's more. This is jewelry that also has been generously donated. These are in the items that have been open for bidding all throughout. This is they call it a swivel on sterling silver. And then this is, I think, donated by David's Jewelers, this necklace and earrings. But wow. I mean, seriously, wow, when you
Yeah.
look at that one.
You know your jewelry.
They're all beautiful. I just know what's pretty.
Yeah.
So I think they are all beautiful. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I think that, I like decoration.
Well, and how wonderful that folks have donated these.
I know, exactly.
It's just fantastic.
Are you eyeing the food items? Is that where you are right now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be eyeing food
No, I
items?
don't know. I'm just wondering, as you gave, because see, we have a view, folks, of everything.
Yeah.
So we're like looking at
So
it
there's
all
a
and
lot of-
wondering what we need to bid on right
Yeah.
now.
Well, there's wine. There's
There's wine.
there's a couple of chairs over there and beautiful vase. I read a little bit about, there's a book and some, the stool, which is kind of fun, and there's some cheese stuff over there. Yeah, there's still a lot.
There's
of
an
fun
item
items.
called All Things Apple that has some cashmere popcorn, and you know, when I go downtown, I'm going to grab one other thing too, because I just want to highlight it because it is something. And because you mentioned wine,
Here
I
she
did want to
comes.
draw.
Yeah, that was
it's
pretty
heavy.
cool. I
it's
like
very
that one.
cool. This is item 5118 if you want to find it. But what makes it cool is that the carrier, this wooden carrier that it's in, was actually made by the folks in the adult services area of Capper. So they have, I mean, all sorts of things that adults who have some sort of disability that are in the adult program that they actually can earn a little bit of a living, and they
That's
have
right.
so not just the wood shop where they do things like make this wine carrier,
The small engine
the
repair.
small engine repair.
Yeah, you know, I've
so,
used it. It's
we have
great.
too.
Yeah.
They also have the car wash service,
Right.
which is like the
Yep.
most reasonable thing ever. So and they are the friendliest, I will say,
They
the
are.
friendliest people ever. So happy to provide the service for you. So that is also, if you go to capper.org, you can find out all the different things that the adult services clients do. But if you want to own something that they have done, you can bid on this item, or you know, they have the gift shop downstairs as well that
Right.
is open during the week that you can go and just check out everything that they do.
Yep. And just
So I'll
go
put
to
this down before I drop the bottles of
capper.org
wine.
and find out what the hours are, and yeah, be sure and go. You'll be surprised. There's some really nice items there, and it's fun just to look around.
You're really being close-lipped about your favorites are, though. It's almost like you think that if you say what you like, I'm going to immediately outbid you.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm not
might,
concerned. I'm not concerned
just so that you
about
bid
that.
again, because that's how it works when we're
Well, you
raising
know,
money.
there's a really cool clock over there. I've kind of had my eye on that, and
you want me to go get
I was
it?
trying to decide if
I'll
it's
go
an
get it.
indoor-outdoor clock or
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, once you get it home, it's yeah, right. It takes muscles.
Is it heavy?
She's just kind of
Okay.
running around. You know, somebody's got to stay put,
Okay,
right?
do you just want to spin the camera around, Doug, and
Yeah,
show it?
there you go. Lift it high. It is really
This
cool.
is at $40 currently,
It's
so
kind of. I think it's made of wood, and it's kind of. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
it's very unique. It's really unique.
Yeah.
I think it's only at $40 right now, Wayne. So I think you should.
Well, like I said,
should get it.
yeah, I should probably get on and
This is fun.
bid now.
This is very fun. This is it's called Topeka Proud,
Yeah.
and if you look, there are all sorts of landmarks all over of the city, and you just keep gazing at this photo or this. It's actually an etching, a drawing of some sort, and you just find more and more and more and more things on here. This is at what? 150. This is at 150 right now. It's dated the 150th anniversary, Together Topeka, so 2004. So what sometimes is fun on things like this is finding things that have changed in the community since then, and things that maybe aren't on, like remember the Plantation restaurant? It's in this drawing because that was something that was here then. These quilts are beautiful. There are a couple, I think, handmade quilts. Here's one. And it's just fantastic. This was donated by Christ the King Peacemakers. This is 5016. 180 is what it's currently at, and you can kind of see the size. It says it's I don't see the size on there, but I mean, it's folded. I'm not going to unfold it completely because it will totally dwarf me. But it's just beautiful with all these brilliant colors on it. Doug, this is still here. This costume is still here. The antique silver set is here. That is fantastic again. And thanks to everybody who's been bidding on this autographed drumhead from the band Kansas, because it is a unique item, and I'm so glad that the current bid is $275. This is truly priceless, as you see. Wayne's over on the other side of the table. What do you have? Wait, I see him right when he picked up a purse.
So I'm a little embarrassed about what I picked up, but I looked at this item earlier for my wife, and she has a really nice purse in a I don't know what you call this, a small purse, tote bag. But I got to tell you, it's really nice quality. It's high quality stuff. This looks like it's a little backpack. It's at $175, and I think this was like $500.
That's what I'm told.
And
it's like a $500 purse.
I'm telling you, it's worth $500. It's probably, well, it's worth at least $500. I mean, it's, huh?
It's valued at $500. It's at $175.
Yeah. So that's if you're looking for a purse, ladies, that's a deal, and you should.
It's okay. We'll set it back
bid
up.
often, bid high. I'm just going to I looked at all the items earlier. You know, there's things for pets. You can travel with your pet. You got a pillow there. There's a really cool football thing over there. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, here's this vase that was really awesome. What do we got here? Where are we at on this thing? Let's see. This is a decorative flower vase. It's what?
It's at 55, valued at 90.
At 55, valued at 90. It's really beautiful. I don't know, online, I mean, you can see, I mean, you can zoom in, but it's nice to see in person. If my wife is watching, she's a huge flamingo fan, so there's pink flamingos there. That's right. Let's see what else we have. I'm walking around. I think I saw some automotive stuff. There's roofing. Let's see. Oh, here, this one was kind of interesting because everybody hates to clean out your gutters, right? So this is item number 5034. It says fill up while you can, clean out your gutters.
That's currently at 315.
Garner Roofing 315. So somebody is doing very, very well. Thank you. But keep bidding. It's unless you want to clean out the gutters yourself, I guess.
You know, I real quick want to give a little virtual hug and apology to Marty, because I know Marty's name is Marty, and for some reason things happen when you're talking, my pal, and I called you the wrong name. So I apologize. Marty's the photographer over there. We're going to hold up his cutout again when I go over, just so y'all know who Marty is. But this is another item that is up for bid. It's a vintage window, and it's got these unique decorations. I did this once as Christmas gifts for family members, but this is fantastic with the heart and the flowers. So this would go in any nice little garden looking room, and it is up for bids as well. I'm standing next to dog treats as well, so I think that if my dog is watching on the live stream, because you know our pets do things when we're not home, he probably is saying, bid on that, Mom, that's what I need. So there's so many good things that you can bid on. The KU basketball is also sitting right in front of me. Again, that's the 2019-2020 KU basketball team, and Coach Self autographed that basketball. I'm going to head back over to the chair. $675 is the KU basketball. Such a deal, because you know there are some great players on there. So Wayne, did you find lots of things to bid on?
You know, I did, and I bid on a few things. I need to check the status. I know my phone's kind of been blowing up, and it shows that maybe I've been outbid. So I've got some work to do, but you know, it's only 8 o'clock, so we've got 2.5 hours to continue to bid.
Okay, I'm going to grab Marty because I feel really bad.
Well, who would call somebody by the wrong name?
I'm sorry. It's like
you know,
nightmare in TV that you're going to do that. So I'm sorry, Marty.
That never happens to me.
He's a sweet kid and sweet parents, and so we love him. We love them all, actually. I mean, honestly, this has been the most fun tonight. It's just kind of gazing around, because this is the reminder of what it really is all about.
Well, and I guess I would just encourage people. I mean, we're getting ready to leave. I think we're going to get done a little early tonight, which that's okay. Just keep bidding, keep watching your items. I think there's a button, well, I know there's a button you can put in a max bid. So if you didn't want to watch your phone all night, you could put in a max bid, you know, and just kind of let it work.
It's an easy way to get competitive too, because you're going to be like, I don't want that person to outbid me ever.
That's right.
So it is
you don't need to worry about that.
It's been so special to be part of this community that helps to build abilities. I mean, what an easy. We don't really hesitate when they say every year, here's the date. We're like, okay, we're going to be there. I really think Senator Capper, ghost and all, would be so proud of everything that they continue to do here at this place that he built and loved so much. 100th birthday officially on Christmas Day this year. You know, it really is about adapting and making the best of the situation that has come your way, because Capper had, with the marketing committee, there were so many ideas and plans to bring people together and celebrate as a community what this community has done together, thanks to Senator Capper's vision. And we've had to adapt and change, hence why we're sitting here tonight. But we have done it again. And there is one more celebration that we have planned for you. Some of you attended that very first evening as a child back in 2002, and some of you maybe have started attending a bit more recently. So since we are stepping back into the future tonight, we thought it would be fun for a little nostalgia and some fun reminders from our past 19 years. That was fun.
That was fun.
I was remembering that metal ball thing that you rolled in. Yeah, that hurt. It's almost bedtime. But before we go, we do have a few more sponsors to thank, and so you're going to see them on the screen at the various levels. It is the wagon level sponsors. We thank all of them. And the rocking horse level sponsors. Thanks to all of them. And what is the other level called? The what? The stroller level sponsors. Thanks so much to all of them. We appreciate everything that everyone has done to support Capper Foundation. A lot of other thank yous to give for people who have made this 19th event possible. I know, right? Wow, right? So first of all, Wayne Basso, co-host and auctioneer, thank you so much. And you have done a beautiful job slipping into this expanded role this year.
Yeah,
I think
you made it easy.
I think you can do it again next year.
Okay.
Whether we're live or virtual, I think that.
Well, let's hope we're live. Not that this hasn't been fun, because this has been fun.
It will be fun to see everybody again. It really will.
Right.
So we thank everyone. Doug Brown, WIBW TV, for making the camera work and following me around when I didn't tell him I was going to get up. But I had to get all the jewelry collected, so thank you, Doug, for being here. Our tech guru, Sean Wheat, who is at a table behind Doug with WIBW TV, and Kevin Wunslinger of Prometheus for their technology support. Thank you. Give us the thumbs up. Also, Mr. Jim Liker, our Capper development and marketing team, other Capper staff who have been here. I see Matt, Jill, Lacey, Edie. Thank you to all the staff who are watching in other rooms and other areas. Thank you all so much. Sandy and Jenny, who came in and let us put them on the spot tonight with interviews, and also other special volunteer committees who created decorations, secured auction items, helped prepare activities for the evening. Jill, I hope those are text messages coming in with just how awesome everybody is feeling tonight. We hope so. And all of you watching tonight for caring, bidding, your generosity. We are so glad that you were here with us virtually in your own safe places. Staying healthy and safe, that's what it's all about, because of course we all know that, you know, kids have different challenges in their lives, adults have different challenges in their lives, and right now is the time just to be safe and healthy and make sure everybody can do what they want.
Right.
So it's time to go to bed.
Maybe
we'll be back together in the big playroom next year.
I get the teddy bear.
No, it's my teddy bear.
Mine.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Fine. Good night.